It just sucks. It sucks. They don't want you to have nothing. The only time where these 800-year-old demons get together and actually do something in Congress is when they want to take away a popular social media application. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. TikTok-related government corruption.
TikTok is a huge national security concern.
Yeah, let's take a look at this.
I can't think of a potentially more powerful propaganda tool.
Propaganda tool? Did he just say propaganda tool? I'm sorry, sir. I thought the national security threat was in terms of data collection. Here are some fun facts. Instagram, Facebook, Google, DoorDash, and Airbnb all collect more data than TikTok. TikTok has contributed more than $24 billion to U.S. gross domestic product and more than 224,000 jobs to the U.S. economy. Mind you, as of January 15th, the United States is over $36.2 trillion in debt. There are over 1.3 million creators that operate their businesses on TikTok. In less than 24 hours, 3.4 million American citizens volunteered their data to an actual Chinese communist app in protest of their own government. TikTok is not a publicly shared company. Meta is a publicly shared company. Members of Congress who voted on the TikTok ban are invested in Meta stock. Meet your politicians. Senator Markway Mullen purchased between $15,000 and $50,000 of Meta shares on January 2nd, 2024 and January 26, 2024. Mike McCall, who introduced the TikTok ban legislation, was a little bit sneakier about it by using his family's trust to purchase his Meta stock. Representative Byron Donald voted yay and purchased Meta stock on December 6th. Representative Greg Stanton voted yay and purchased Meta stock on November 9th, 2023. Representative Diana Harshbarger voted yay and purchased Meta stock on March 3rd, 2023. Representative Ro Khanna voted nay but purchased Meta stock on November 7th. Representative Dan Crenshaw voted yay and purchased Meta stock on December 2nd, 2022. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene voted yay and purchased Meta stock on December 30th. The list goes on and on. You guys can look it up. Members of Congress are actually required by law to disclose their financial transactions, including stock trades, under the Stock Act. Ironically, the purpose of that law is to make sure that Congress members do not make any major decisions if there's a personal financial benefit. The irony of fear-mongering a nation about the threat of Chinese communism by stripping them of their jobs, freedom of information, freedom of speech, freedom of open communication, freedom of discourse, and right to discern propaganda is wild. All while one publicly shared corporation that is notorious for controlling propaganda to literally puppeteer elections by unethically collecting our data lobbies Congress to vote on a ban to continue to monopolize where we receive all of our information. And the Congress members who voted for this monopoly were legally allowed to have shares in the stock! But it's totally normal the CIA lizard dumped $7 million into pushing this ban through because he went on Joe Rogan and talked about jujitsu. As for me, I was a broke singer-songwriter trying to make it in the music industry, and now I am one of those 1.3 million creators that can put food on the table because of TikTok. It provided me with the first equal opportunity platform to show my songs to the whole world. I didn't need to be Instagram famous. I didn't need to be some celebrity's kid. I didn't need to have a lot of money. I just needed to post a video of myself singing to my 140 followers. Thanks to TikTok, I have grown my audience to 14.7 million followers. I've accumulated over 270 million likes and billions of views on my music. I could sell tickets to my shows. I bought my first house from the money I made with my TikTok brand partnerships. My songs made it to top 10 radio because I promoted them on TikTok. I built a community of people healing from eating disorders, and with that community, I was able to stand up to a multi-million-dollar corporation called Victoria's Secret. I got to sing songs with first responders, doctors, small business owners, artists, kids, grandparents, Olympians, magicians, veterans, triple amputees. My TikTok account was not only mine. It was a place for other people's perspectives, for the kid I babysit to confront mean girls in her school. It was supposed to be something that I could show my daughter one day and be like, look, mommy made this. And you can do anything too. You can follow your dreams and you can change the world. This just feels so icky. And now I'm saying goodbye to the future that I built for my family, fair and square, with a baby on the way, so a bunch of corrupt, dirty politicians can feed their babies. Our greatest politicians—
Why are you saying, okay, dude, bro? What are you talking about? It's a job. Like, what? Dude, we design society in a way where basically this is the only job you can have, okay? We design it in a way where, like, at least back in the day, you could have job security, you could have a pension to look forward to, and decent wages, when you worked at a factory or something. We robbed American generations of that future prospect. We turned around and we said only white collar jobs. And then we made it worse and worse for white collar jobs as well. We gigafied every part of the economy. And this is like the one place where people can just be like, all right, well, I have a product that I want to sell and I'm going to promote it. And it becomes your livelihood. And that's the case for 7 million Americans. And they're like, oh, you can't have it anymore. Why? Because China. Like, how get out of here? That's ridiculous, man. It's so silly to look at the situation and be like, well, time to get a job now. This is my favorite dumbass. How come you don't get mad when China does stuff like this? Because I'm not Chinese. I'm American. Do I look Chinese to you, mother? Now I want the Chinese firewall because dumb like you shouldn't be melting the brains of Chinese people. Bro, say you don't get on China though? What does that mean? Are you trying to communicate with me? Are you trying to say you don't criticize China though? I do, but what difference does it make? I'm not Chinese. Like, what is this argument? What is this argument? I don't think it's appropriate for China to do this either. Just make no mistake. But what you failed to comprehend here is that if I don't think it's appropriate for the Chinese government to do this, why the would I think it's appropriate for the American government to do it? At least I'm supposed to have some semblance of democracy. And that's the meta commentary right there, which is that we delude ourselves into thinking like we have a say in this process in an instance where we clearly don't. And there are in here that are still going on and being like, it's bad when China does it. It's good when we do it. It's good when we do it. Bro, say you're communist though. Oh my God, bro. That's crazy. That must mean I'm Chinese. That must mean I live in the People's Republic of China. I'm a functioning member of the Politburo, right? Ni hao, coming to you live from Shenzhen. I'm actually, they're going to send me into one of the rural farmland for my criticisms of the government, dude. So why is it right for China to do it, not the US? I'm just trying to make myself disabled so I can have a conversation with you at the same level where you're at. Maybe if I slam my head into a wall, I could come down to your level. I never said that. Oh my God, I'm done. I'm moving on.
Could be focusing on genocide, poverty, human trafficking, homelessness. It is not about privacy or national security. It is all about control. China doesn't want to spy on people pooping while they watch a Get Ready With Me. The government doesn't even hate TikTok. In fact, most of the Congress members that voted to ban TikTok are actually on TikTok, as are all their spouses and children. What the government hates is losing money out of their own pockets. The government hates losing control of the information we receive. And most importantly, the government hates when we talk to each other.
Have you already addressed the Iraq puzzle incident?
Millions of Americans.
No. And I never will.
Americans are watching and waiting after TikTok says it will go dark
think I'm
Sunday
playing. I'm so
unless
serious.
President Biden.
Serious. They banned TikTok. I'm going back to the block. I'm selling hard. I'm on that corner. Take however you want it, bro. I'm playing around. Tuition ain't cheap. I'm full-time and I'm already working one job. I don't got time to be playing. I don't got time for y'all shenanigans. Y'all don't want to raise minimum wage and y'all don't want to let motherfuckers be happy. I was already sad before y'all started doing this. And now y'all want to do more just because y'all ain't getting no money. You already rich. You already got money to play with. I don't got I just spent my last 20 on ramen. I just spent my last $20 bill that my grandma gave me on ramen. And you over here penny pinching by the app that's not even yours, you crying. You mad at your app's not cool, you crying. You mad as you got a little bit of money, I got more money than you. You like, damn, what can I do to get some more money? You want to steal somebody else, you crying. That's not cool. The laws, judicial system, let people be happy. Let be happy. People is telling you, oh, this app changed my life. It made me so happy. Now y'all want to ban this shit? Y'all don't care about people. What's wrong with y'all, bro? I'm about to revolt. I'm about to start a whole revolution. Y'all keep playing with me. Watch this. Talking about it's a security risk. Don't y'all got drones in the air? Don't y'all got multiple drones in the air? I'm talking everywhere. Drones. And it's not even ours. It's other people's shit. It's people already in our shit. You worry about them? Oh my God. Fix yourself. Fix yourself when you worry about someone else. Oh my God.
There is not much to look forward to in America. I've repeated this over and over again. You are never retiring. You are never owning a home. The job that you actually work at, that you hate, that you took on specifically so that you could pay your student loan debts, sucks. Okay? You are never getting health care. The government's not doing any of that to you. And now, on top of that, they're like, yeah, oh, you like this app? I'm taking it. It makes no sense. It just sucks. It sucks. They don't want you to have nothing. They don't want you to have nothing. The only time where these 800-year-old demons get together and actually do something in Congress is when they want to take away a popular social media application. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. 9-0 unanimous decision from the Supreme Court, dude. 9-0. It's insane to me that they can't get their act together to stop guns from circulating so that little children get assassinated at schools. We can't stop that. Oh, you want health care for free? Not that. Hey, enjoy your medical bankruptcy. Can't get that. Every other country has it. We just simply can't. And then also can't have shit in America. They take TikTok away. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Why? Because people did too many Luigi posts, okay? They said, Israel too much. Oh God forbid. You can't say that. You can't say that. Mark Zuckerberg salivating in the corner, looking at that, being like, ooh, that's going to be my market share. Can't wait for that. Google feeling the same exact way. Elon Musk feeling the same exact way. They're all in DC tonight, banging with Donald Trump. Okay, they're doing a suck fest in DC tonight. It's ridiculous. Every place you look at has to be insanely right wing, dude. You can't have a moment of solace. You can't have a moment of happiness in this life. It sucks.
And intervenes. Morgan Norwood joins us now. Morgan, good morning. The clock is ticking.
Yeah, good morning. We're looking at an escalating showdown between TikTok and the Biden administration. The app, as you mentioned, will go dark tomorrow on Sunday unless the administration guarantees app stores, internet providers won't face penalties for keeping the app online. Now, with that said, with that deadline just hours away, some users are savoring their final scrolls while others flock to another Chinese app in protest. This morning, TikTok warning it will shut down for its more than 170 million users in less than 24 hours, putting pressure on the White House to intervene. In a statement overnight, the company saying unless the Biden administration immediately provides a definitive statement that it won't enforce the ban that takes effect by law on Sunday, TikTok will be forced to go dark on January 19th.
What am I supposed to do?
Thank you for saving my life and changing my life, TikTok.
TikTok's threat to shut down comes after the Supreme Court sided with the federal government's national security concerns and not the company's free speech claims, citing TikTok's data collection practices and relationship with a foreign adversary. If TikTok doesn't cut ties with its China-based parent company ByteDance, it could be blocked with fines for app stores and internet service providers of up to $5,000 per user. With TikTok
Jamel Bowie called Rednote a Chinese propaganda app. Yeah, he's a New York Times journalist. Of course he said that.
possibly in its final hours.
Hello, TikTok refugees from the U.S. Welcome to Rednote.
Americans are...
Yeah, dude. Rednote is a Chinese propaganda apparatus. That's why it's in Mandarin. They don't even want your unwashed Angloid ass on that platform. What do you mean it's a Chinese propaganda apparatus? No, it's for upper middle class, wealthy, gay Chinese people. Okay? That's what it's for. It's in Mandarin. Have you tried opening up an account on the platform? You need to use Google Translate every step of the goddamn way. Does that strike you as the great, dangerous Red Scare propaganda machine? No, man. They're doing their own thing. We go over there and immediately we're so self-important. We're so self-important where we're like, ooh, they must be doing this to brainwash our American youth again. It's like, what are you talking about? We went there. We it up. What are you talking about? That it's like, oh yeah, no. This is their propaganda apparatus. Totally, man. It's so stupid.
Are fleeing to Rednote in protest, another Chinese social media app.
What's up, everybody? It's Ross and Granny here.
For content creators like Ross Smith and his grandmother Gangster Granny, who together amass more than 24 million TikTok followers.
Shoveling slow steps!
Starting over on a new platform is daunting. He says 30% of his income comes from TikTok.
We're going to lose a lot of business. It's provided a lot of jobs for people in our lives too. Like, we've been able to pay people's salaries because of TikTok.
President-elect Trump, who takes office just one day after the ban could take effect, has vowed to try to save the app, saying Friday, "My decision on TikTok will be made in the not-too-distant future, but I must have time to review the situation. Stay tuned." TikTok CEO thanking Trump for his commitment to find a solution.
I want to thank President Trump for his commitment. This is a strong stand for the First Amendment and against arbitrary censorship.
And a White House official telling ABC News that the administration has already made things clear, gone through extraordinary lengths to communicate its position, stating that this will all be up to the Trump administration to implement and enforce the law.
Okay, so we saw TikTok CEO there thanking Trump. We know that Trump has invited the CEO to the inauguration, but realistically, what can Trump do in this case here?
You know, Gio, certainly the president does have some influence here. He may try to get TikTok to broker some sort of deal to change hands. Remember, they want to try to force the sale. That's been the government's issue here. But even if that does happen, if China approves all of that, that's also a major sticking point and attention point here. The way that we experience TikTok will certainly change. I mean, the national security concerns lies within that data-driven algorithm. That's going to have to be overhauled. So you're going to have a new algorithm and certainly a new app.
All right, well, less than 24 hours to go. We'll see what happens.
Such
Morgan,
widespread impacts are coming.
Yeah.
Meantime, TikTok as
Question, why is Trump so pro TikTok? There's so much pro Palestine because he doesn't give a shit. He does not care. He just knows that it's popular. He's smart enough to recognize that it's very popular and smart enough to recognize that if he saves it, all of a sudden it's the easiest W of all time. That's what's so simple about this entire process, is that it unironically is about reading the room. That's it. It's not that complicated. Okay? It's not that complicated at all. He just, unlike many politicians, he looks at a situation and he's like, well, this is very unpopular. And then he thinks, am I making money? Are my big donors in the room with me? Are they the most important constituencies? Do they care about it? And he gets a pressure. He matches up how unpopular something is with what he stands to gain from banning it or not banning it. And in this circumstance, the public perception is so unimaginably slanted against people that want to ban TikTok, and he recognizes it. He also gets a lot of clout off TikTok. He knows that too. He talks about it all the time. It's not like, dude, Trump is not a like secretive genius, okay, in the way that he operates. Like, he's very one note, and he's also very open about his intentions. He straight up said it. I got a lot of clout on TikTok. TikTok played a formative role in my victory. TikTok is the reason why the youth love Donald Trump. He has said those words over and over again. But Hassan, he already won. He can't serve again, so his popularity doesn't matter anymore. You're so silly if you think that Donald Trump is a normal politician like that. First of all, let's see if he doesn't serve again, okay? What is this he won't serve again business? What do you mean he won't serve again? Oh, you mean, because the norms. Oh, because we have rules about that sort of thing. Oh, I forgot. I forgot that we had norms and rules and institutions. I forgot that. I forgot. For a second, I thought I was living in a different country. Wake up. We live in the United States of America in the year 2025. We are no longer living in a country with norms and institutions, none of which ever mattered, okay? They only mattered as far as the Republican Party wouldn't weaponize them against the Democrats. Now that they are openly opening up the floodgates and weaponizing it against the Democrats, shut the f up about norms and institutions. This country elected and gave a resounding victory to a guy who tried to actively overthrow the previous election's results in the funniest way possible, okay? Like, the funniest way possible. It was so stupid. And now this country is like, no, that guy was awesome. We love him. And you're over here being like, well, you know, there are term limits. He's locked into a second term. Like, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is whether Trump wants to run again or continue being president or not, okay, going forward. That's the only thing that matters.
As we say is on the clock, President-elect Donald Trump says he would most likely issue a 90-day extension to avoid a national ban as he is set to take office on Monday. This comes shortly after the Biden administration released a statement addressing the app's threat to go dark, calling it a stunt. Earlier this week, the Supreme Court voted to uphold the law that would shut the app down, set to take effect tomorrow unless TikTok's China-based parent company agrees to sell the company before then. ABC's Alex Brachet joins me now live with more. Alex, this showdown is escalating, and now we are hearing from the White House and President-elect Trump on the issue. Trump even saying he may step in once he takes office. What's the latest at this hour?
Hey, Phil, you're absolutely right. And look, I mean, there has been a back and forth in the courts on this. But what's interesting about where we stand right now is that it appears that there is no indication from the Biden administration or even from the Trump administration that there is a push to have TikTok banned. We've seen the Biden administration basically say that, you know, this is something that Trump will have to act on. And even today, the president-elect telling our Rachel Scott that he says that more than likely he will give an extension of about 90 days to figure something out on this TikTok thing. Now, TikTok has said that it will go dark starting at midnight, which right now the Biden administration is kind of slamming TikTok and their CEO, saying that the decision or the threat to go dark is, quote, a stunt, and also saying that we have no reason for TikTok or other companies to take action in the next few days before the Trump administration takes action.
Alex, we know about 170 million Americans use this app. I guess on the bright side, there are a lot of people who are happy about this potential holdup because from a cultural perspective, this app has, not only does it bring joy to a lot of people, but it brings income to a lot of people.
That's right, Phil.
Why is the media always playing catch up? Like, for weeks, they covered this as an awesome thing. And only until the last 12 hours before TikTok goes dark, they're like, oh, well, I guess a lot of people made money off of it. Like, dude, I said this months ago. It was part of the reason why I didn't think it would get banned. Like, it's just, I don't understand it. Like, who is getting informed from this? It goes back to whether or not these guys are malicious or just incompetent. And sometimes I don't know. I don't know. When I hear Chuck Schumer go, maybe we shouldn't have banned it. We actually want a stay of execution. I'm like, but dude, you passed the legislation. You didn't think that this would have, you know, genuine repercussions, 170 million active users, 7 million small businesses on TikTok. You didn't think that would be a genuine, that would come with some penalties? They can't be that stupid. And sometimes I'm like, maybe they are.
I mean, you think about all of those TikTok challenges and TikTok dances. You know, it's really kind of been a cultural flashpoint for so many. Take a look at just some of the big hits.
There's also the classic take that I always show you, that I always tell you, which is people are stupid and they don't understand the impact of something until it actually becomes the reality. People who think they're on board with a certain type of ban might not actually be on board. The abortion conversation is a great example of this. People who voted to ban abortion will then turn around and be like, oh my God, I didn't realize it was going to harm my daughter. And it's the same principle behind stuff like this. And you will see it. You will see with deportation. You will see it with deportations. Come Tuesday, when ICE starts knocking on people's doors in Chicago and starts the process of mass deportation, and people start recognizing the harrowing reality of like the random guy that you see on the street that you wave to is now being apprehended by Gestapo only to be placed away at a faraway deportation facility and enslaved in perpetuity for who knows how long. Only then will you go, oh shit, my bad, I voted for Trump, but like this probably wasn't the best idea. Oh no, it's giving Nazi Germany, sweetie. You know, you'll say that when it happens. Turns out the federal government doesn't care if your neighbor was one of the good ones, okay? Turns out that wasn't a real thing to begin with, the idea of like one of the good ones. There's no bad ones. The bad ones as in, undocumented migrants who do crimes, you know what happens to them? They get deported or they get put in prison. The idea that like we don't do that currently and that's why we need to do this new thing is so stupid. No, this new thing is for all the ones. No good ones, no bad ones, just all of them. They're just duping you into believing a false narrative, a false reality where the American government's not taking action against like undocumented migrants, and now they finally will. Because you're okay? You're stupid. I'm sorry. You're a stupid person. Just like you're a stupid person if you think like, oh, the TikTok ban is just a stupid app, dude. Who cares? Oh, whatever. Yeah, no, it's not like erroneous, censorious behavior from the federal government that is so openly not interested in doing anything that improves the material circumstances of the average everyday Americans, and the only time where they can find some kind of consensus is when it's like taking away your treats, which also happens to, help the Israel lobby and also some of the grossest billionaires that operate all the other social media platforms. But no, it's just, I'm smart, dude. I'm above that TikTok shit. Oh yeah, dude. You just want like little dancing girls. You want to watch like little dancing girls. That's why you want TikTok so bad. Me, on the other hand, I'm a brilliant intellectual. I'm above that. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about what the government's priorities are and how willing they are to, do undemocratic shit that is unpopular. Specifically, if it means like, banning a Chinese app, brother.
Wait.
I'm looking for a man in finance with trust fund. 6'5", blue eyes. Finance.
Who wants to go to the Four Seasons Orlando?
Okay, don't show this freak ass baby, bro. That's crazy. Show some goddamn small business owners. Show a rugged guy, okay? A rugged guy that lives in like Texas with the accent, okay? Salt of the earth. Selling belt buckles for a living on TikTok. There are a million guys like that. You don't have to show the alien baby that obviously has consciousness developed when he's like not even a year old, okay? No one wants to see the psycho baby, okay? I don't want to see the abomination. I'm sorry. I want to see like, if I am watching ABC News, okay, I see the abomination, I go, oh, thank God this is getting banned. I never want to see this freak-like baby again, okay? No baby should be able to have reading comprehension at the age of 1. That baby is automatically smarter than the average Republican. That baby has seen things. That baby has thoughts. That baby has dreams. That baby has a 401k. I don't want to see the baby. It freaks me out. You're saying don't bully the baby. Under normal circumstances, I say, what is that? It's a baby. He doesn't understand what I have to say. Guess what? He does. He can write a dissertation about cyberbullying. That baby freaks me out. My point is, the jokes aside, they're showing silly shit. They're not showing impactful things about how people's livelihoods are at stake.
Yeah, so, I mean, listen, all those humor moments, but also one thing to keep in mind is there are a lot of businesses that have thrived because of TikTok, people reviewing their companies and that leading to an uptick in sales. And so that's something that's certainly worrying a lot of users.
Who doesn't want to go to a fancy hotel, too? All right, Alex Boucher, thanks so much.
Why don't you care when it's Chinese, baby? Oh, Hassan, you like make fun of white baby? Why you no care when it's Chinese baby? Huh? Yeah, that's right. I got you. That's right. Yeah. Chinese do ban you love that. Half the guys that come in here and try to own me cannot literally speak English. Okay? Oh, you're communist. You're communist. You're communist. That means you're Chinese, dude. Owned. Yes, it's not a discernible accent. I'm just like trying to read the way half of these motherfuckers write. Okay, they're so excited. You communist, Hassan. You anti-Jew Russian lover. Please stop not liking America. Okay, stop. Do you not think this content is brain rot? I feel like it's literally killing the attention span. Yes, but it's not just TikTok. That's my point. I don't disagree with you. Yes, I think all of the attention economy is actually warping the people's brains. But guess what? Do you think it's just TikTok? Is that what's going on? Is it only on TikTok? Well, okay, now they got Instagram Reels. Now they got YouTube Shorts. Every app's doing it. Bro, this is not even funny. Do better. Get debated. Thanks, man. It's crazy because, like, this is not, like, everything that these guys complain about brain rot, everything that people complain about, data privacy, like, every other application does it, and in worse ways, too. Oh, you worry about disinformation? What's the government doing about that? Because last time I checked, Facebook is talking about how little they're doing. They love disinformation. That's what Mark Zuckerberg is saying, at least publicly, to garner favor with the right wing. Like, that's the situation in the United States of America. Understand something. The situation in the United States of America is so dire that a billionaire comes out, gets hit with a Dominican ray, starts doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and then is actively trying to win favor with the right. So he goes, I love fake news. I will never check. I will never do fact checks ever again. If you want to say trans people, please come say it on my platform. Like, what are we doing? That is how you market yourself now? That's how you market yourself. Like, it's crazy to me that the things that we value in America are so busted that you got, like, the gayest liberals like Mark Zuckerberg, okay, who are obviously not all that considerate about, like, LGBT. They don't care. They just don't care. But, like, they're libertarians, okay? All they want is deregulation. They don't give a f if it's a lesbian doing the deregulation or if it's a white guy, a white man doing the deregulation. They just don't care. And in that process, after going to whatever Ivy League institution and living in San Francisco for years and years and years, these gay ass turn around and they're like, oh, dude, you know what I love? On queer people, please. But you have to pay attention to, like, what they're lying about. And it's wild that this is what they're lying about. They're like, back in the day, they were just like, oh, we love gay people. It's our favorite. Please be gay. Okay, sure, that's bullshit. But ultimately, it's like, oh, we're promoting tolerance. Now they're promoting intolerance. I didn't care when they were doing the other shit either. What is happening? They went from virtue signaling to vice signaling. How do we not recognize that that is so busted? You really need to provide context. I'm so lost. The very same wealthy people that fake acted like they were allies to queer people because they just wanted to market, virtue signal, act like they care about certain shit and they obviously don't, specifically to do marketing, are now marketing in the exact opposite direction. But the problem with that is that when you're marketing in the exact opposite direction, you're literally just marketing vices. Okay? Virtue signaling is fake, it's phony, it's lame, whatever. Vice signaling, on the other hand, is bad because you're just promoting being a piece of shit. Like, I would rather have the lame shit that I don't care about than the opposite of it, where it's like, nah, it's awesome. It's awesome to be a piece of shit. You should bully those who are weak.